All right. Thank you, everybody, for joining us tonight on Tuesday. We are super duper excited, but let me just get a little, I have a little surprise for you. Can we dance? Everybody dance? Who's excited? Woo! Little roll to the side. And the other side. Woo! Okay. I just love that song. It's from Leaders Retreat and also from Convention. It just brings a lot of joy, and we've got a lot of things to celebrate. We've had an amazing, wonderful October. Woo! Oh, Jen, you can unmute yourself, hon, I guess. I don't know. Well, yeah! Everybody say woo! Woohoo! Yeah. Woo! That's right. A lot of it to be excited here. I got goosebumps. My hands are sweating. Lots of things to be excited about. So, jump on here, and then we may have a surprise for you at the end, so we'll discuss that later. But we want to talk about all the rank up and score and all the promotions. So let's give everybody a hand. I'll unmute so we can hear everybody.
Sorry, I'm driving.
Awesome job. So I see a couple faces here that are buying us lunch. You and you and you. Congratulations. What a tremendous way to finish October. I think we did some visualization, and we thought about how we wanted to end up October and where we saw ourselves on November 1st. And that definitely works to close your eyes and dream and just to picture yourself, 30 days from now. So we're going to talk a little bit about what to expect in November. We're going to tell you a little bit about our recap of Leaders Retreat. It was an amazing time. I really wish that all of you could be there with us next year. We had you in our thoughts while we were there. Lots of things to share. I'm going to just jump right in, okay? They did spoil us. They were awesome. I think it's just, you feel that vibe where the company is totally pouring into its leaders, and you know that you're at the right place at the right time with the right products, the right company. And you guys, there's so much hype and excitement coming up right now in October and November. Well, October's gone, but November, December, and all the way through January, February, March, and April. I think some of you already heard me talk about that. But first, let's talk about Super Saturday. That's the next event that's coming up. So if you haven't not written down in your calendar, I highly recommend that you write that date down. It's the first Saturday in January, and there's various locations happening. So it's January 7th. So look at what is close to you. You guys, it is so worth it. It is a short 4-hour, but it's super duper packed training, and it's led by 2 diamonds or jewels. So if you have choice about how close it is, I highly recommend that you look into it and get to it. They didn't release where Convention will be next year. Convention is going to be, it starts May 29th, which is Memorial Day, and it goes to June 2nd. So just write those dates down. And that's usually Convention. That's our biggest meeting that we have. This last year, they closed it off at 12,000. Can you imagine 12,000 of us all together? The excitement and the hype, it's crazy. So write that down. The location will be released on January 2nd. Oh, sorry, I need to welcome Jen on here. She's my guest also, so she jumped on the call tonight to get everybody on here and just hyped, and yes. So thank you, Jen, for jumping on here with me. She's going to talk a little bit. I'm going to browse through some of the highlights that they talked about Leaders Retreat. And sorry if I talk really fast. I'm really excited and I'm nervous. I always get nervous talking to so many faces at once. It's like, how many of there are you? 18, something that Carrie Wilkinson said, there's 18 of you right now, so that you're taking 1 hour of your time to build your team, to build your faith, to build your business. And I don't look at it as 1 hour. I look at it as 18 hours, because I have 18 of you and you're taking 1 hour of your busy day to be on here. So that's why I get a little nervous, because I hope that you take some value and that I say something what needs to say is of value and just respectful of your time. So thank you, because we're going to spend 18 hours right now. Really, it's 1. So we talked about they're going to be releasing a pilot program, And this pilot program hasn't been launched yet, but you guys are totally thinking of ourselves as leaders, as ambassadors, and how to make our business grow. How do we make our ambassadors engaged from the very beginning? You know, even if it's a wholesale ambassador. So there's a pilot program that will launch them from an ambassador to silver. So they're going to be getting emails from the company, from Plexus directly, of what to do to get to their next promotion, their next rank. So if you just join as an ambassador, you'll be getting emails from Plexus helping you get to silver. And they will guide you and give you all the tools that you need and support so that you can work with your sponsor, your upline, to get you to silver. Okay, you guys.
Turn the music back on.
Wow. Woo! Can we hear it, everybody? Okay, let me unmute because this is a party time. Ah. Thank you. Give it. Woo! Woo!
I can't hear this. Did you not dance?
Awesome.
I can't get these comments. Did you get my text, Elizabeth?
What now?
Did you get my text?
Oh my gosh. Hold on. Are you getting mine?
It's okay. It's all good.
No, I'm just now getting them.
Okay.
Sorry. I saw the first one and then I saw the one on my Facebook. Do you want me to hang up and come back?
No. We're just going to hold you off until the finale.
That's okay. I wanted to be on here anyway, and I just got off with my builder, and we've solved a huge dilemma, so I'm feeling so good.
Oh, good.
Okay. Maria, go ahead.
Okay, so just a little bit. If you don't, Elizabeth has been moving from one location, from one house. They just built a new house. So they have been finalizing the house, and then they had to be out of their house, I believe, yesterday, the 31st.
No, Thursday.
Oh, Thursday. They extended it. And so being at Leaders Retreat, being out of one house, moving to a new one, and then pushing for Emerald, you guys, that is so big. I think she's been pretty stressed. Yes. I think she's been pretty stressed. But you know, together as a team, we did it and we build on. So we'll highlight a little bit at the end, correct? Is that what we're going to do? Okay. So, yay. All right. So, and then if getting from silver to gold, and then gold to senior gold. So depending what rank you are at currently, they haven't said what date this pilot's going to come launch, but they will launch a pilot one in January. But they're totally working to getting ambassadors to rank up, to just continue to grow. And I think that'll be really good for all of us as you bring in ambassadors, build our team so that they have those extra tools already in their back office. There are triplex shareables already in your back office. So if you go under to your account, which is call it your back office, there is under shareables, I think it's under tools, and you click down shareables. There's new things that you can say about the triplex. So you don't have to think about, oh, what do I need to say about the triplex? What is the triplex good for? I know it's good for so many things, but Plexus has already done that for you. They've already compiled all the information that you need to share, and it is compliance ready, compliance approved. Because
there's like
25 different graphics that you can share. And I think I've already shared a couple of them, but digged in there. And when somebody clicks on that graphic, they can read. So it's like a digital brochure and they have all the information. And if they click on it, they're directly to purchase or whatnot. They go to your website. So they're not going to someone else. They're going to your website, which is really neat. Some of you know that it is not compliant to post our website on our Facebook because it's really salesy, but it's not compliant. And besides, who wants to do that? Because you want to network and you want to build that relationship with the person that might be interested in purchasing your product. So that's why we always want to connect with them outside of Facebook on a message or on a phone call. There will be slim and block samples. Those were available earlier in the year and then they did away with them. So they are bringing them back, I believe, this week, the first of this month. There will be also monthly campaigns. So the first, they'll be in a blog status. So if you like blogs, this is so good. The first one is going to be about how to avoid weight gain throughout during the holiday season. As a lot of us know, that's very popular right now. Stress, weight, bills, depression. I mean, you get it. There's so much stress that comes between now and December 31st. So there will be monthly campaigns. So the one coming up in November will be how to avoid weight gain. They're also going to be targeting block. So when you think of block, what comes across? And right now during the holidays, block the carbs, right? So there's another name that they're going to launch, and it's called Block the Bulge. So if you want to highlight that and encourage people to purchase the block, maybe you're already taking it, you've already had great success with it. You have shareables in your back office, share that, because that is what people could be attracted to. Sometimes we always start people on the triplex, but sometimes it's okay to start one person on one product, and the block would be a great one to start off with, also if money is an issue, depending on what their needs are and how you work with them, obviously. There will possibly, there was a special training. This was not hosted by the Leaders Retreat event, but there was special training with jewels, emerald, sapphires, and diamonds, and we went to a different location to get trained on, and it was so good. I'm not going to highlight on that because that's a whole nother training on its own, but they talked about it was Jennifer Pickett, she's an emerald, and Wendy Larson. They're both nutritionists. They have a nutrition background, highly educated, but they talk about our products and what our products do, and they emphasize on what we can say about each and every product and the ingredients. So really, really good information that we'll highlight on that with you. But I learned something really cool, and let me just say this: nerve and ease. We learned some amazing things. Did you know that actually before they stepped on stage, and this is something I should have gotten on before I got on this call, they take a serving of nerve before they step on stage to calm the nerves. So that is just how you can use it to so many other things, not just your nerves, in your body and your nervous system and all that, but you could take it in case you're like doing a Zoom call or something like that. So just a little thing. We'll be talking more about that. But now I'm just going to pass it over to Jen, and Jen's going to talk to us about, we had Carrie Wilkinson, and she did an amazing training for us. She's the author of Barefoot Executive. What she shared with us was so meaningful, and I thought we need to get this out there. We need to share with our team. So I'm going to share it or pass it over to Jen, and she's going to give us the notes on what Carrie talked to us about. So thank you, Jen.
Wow, that's a lot. It's like, and here's what we did. I mean, one thing I want to say about Leaders Retreat is you get there and you don't know what to expect your very first year. And let me just say, as soon as you step off that Uber or whatever you take to the hotel, they have got plexus decked out everywhere. I mean, they invest in signs. They even shine those lights on the ground, on the tile that say plexus. So, around the fountain, it's like plexus everywhere. So a regular person just going to the hotel would be going, what's all this plexus? It's like plexus takes over. So it's really cool. But then you start to see all the name badges of the ambassadors, and it's just like, wow, we are huge, you guys. And so just know that you're a part of something humongous. I mean, there were 4,000, actually 2,200 ambassadors plus their guests at Leaders Retreat. And so everywhere you went, there was an ambassador or a guest, and you just always felt connected and part of something. It's really cool, no matter what part of the hotel you were at. And I mean, we could talk about all the stuff that comes along with it, but I'm going to get right to the training. They hire speakers to talk to us during the sessions that we have, and they always get somebody who is so highly trained or just an author that's amazing, best-selling. And that was the case this time. Her name's Carrie Wilkinson, and she's known as the Barefoot Executive. She has a book that I guess it's just a best-selling book, and she talks a lot about to network marketers about their business and their attitude and things like that. So I'm just going to go through my notes. I don't have anything like prepared. So, if it doesn't seem pieced together, this is just what I wrote down. But one thing that she did talk about, she started out with, was talking about we're all wired with DNA. Each of us, we're born with DNA, and we can't change it. I mean, we look a certain way, our personalities are a certain way, and whatever, and we just can't change it. It's just who we are. But then she turned it around and she said, comparing it to our business, though, there's something else called leadership DNA. And leadership DNA is something that you can change and you create your own. And so this can be something that, is a positive thing or a negative thing. And sometimes we start out positive and we get negative and, all of that. So we need to evaluate things along the way of our plexus journey and growing a team and everything like that. And the way we do that is by taking action. And so she broke it down into this acronym DNA. And the D, she basically was telling us, the D can stand for different things. She said you have to have a desire and you have to have the drive. And those are two things that, yes, you do have to have that to be successful, but that's not enough. She said some people can make it on their desperation and they can only get so far. That's not enough. And so what you really need is your destination. So in this journey, this plexus journey, you need to know where you want to go in plexus. You can't just, flip-flop around one day going, I think I just want to get a customer, and then the next day you want to be diamond. You need to narrow it down, and it comes down to really, why are you doing this? It goes back to our why. So if we don't have our destination narrowed down and focused in on and laser focused in, then things that come our way, the negative things, the hurt feelings, the frustrations, all those questionings, what if this, what if that, I wonder if, we're not going to get through those. So that's the D. You need to have your destination. I mean, when she was teaching this, guys, she had so many funny things thrown in too. I mean, she was amazing. But she said the leadership comes from knowing your destination and creating your leadership DNA. I just had written that down. Okay. The N. The N stands for your narration or your narrative. Think about your attitude. What do you say to your leaders? What do you say to your customers? And what do you say to your regular wholesale ambassadors? I mean, what's your attitude like? Is it positive or is it negative? You choose your narrative, and it can make or break you. Some leaders may be strong. They have a lot of strengths, and they go, and then something happens, and then they start to kind of implode, and negativity comes in, and they doubt themselves, and they're like, well, I should have done this. I could have done that. I should have. If only I would have, and I should have. And this is one of the funny things she said. You end up shoulding all over yourself. That was hilarious. I wrote it down. But anyway, guys, it's what you're saying to yourself that can make the difference in your negativity. But here's where she was awesome. She said, stop blaming. Don't pass the blame off on your upline, your downline, your customer's wishy-washiness. Own it. Start owning up to it. And she said, if you have, any kind of addictions to things, this is just comparing it to your health. Like you're addicted to, sugar, you're addicted to whatever. Own up to it. Only you can change it. Own your own wiring. She also compared DNA to, and I thought this was kind of cool. You've got a pile of rags, has the same DNA as a quilt, but they're completely different. And then also, and this is the one that she really went into a long story about, DNA, caterpillar versus butterfly. Same DNA, but completely and totally different in what they represent and what they are capable of doing. Now, she said that, think about this caterpillar and what it has to metamorphosize through to become that butterfly. It's kind of like the seed analogy. You start out small, A caterpillar is just a caterpillar. It's not flying around. It's not pretty. Well, some kids think it's pretty, especially those little furry ones, you know. But, you know, they're just caterpillars, and then they have to go through this metamorphosis. And when they do that, they become, you know, goo. Ultimately, the DNA changes, and they become mushy, murky, dirty, a little ball of goo ball in a cocoon. Okay, now that, if you think about it, can represent all the yucky stuff we go through. You may be in a cocoon right now in your life, your marriage, in your business, whatever, but she also talks about coming out on that breakthrough. So in our businesses, we're going to come across these irritating things, you know, the dirty things, the things that we're just like, not liking having to go through, the goo. We have to become the goo before we can be the butterfly. And you can't avoid that breakdown. You just can't. You can't just sign up with Plexus and fly away and be that butterfly. Every ambassador in Plexus, even Celeste, I mean, you're just like, oh, when you think about Celeste, you know, she's just like Celeste. She's awesome. She started like we started, okay? Everyone starts as an associate until you make your order of 100 PV. Then you change to ambassador, and then you work your way up to silver or senior ambassador, then silver, and it just slowly you metamorphosize and you go through challenges along the way. Several cocoon situations along the way, I might add. Some that last and last and last, okay? And it seems like you're never going to break through. But I will tell you, if you declare your destination and you keep your laser focus on that destination, you'll get there. Then she talked about that destination. Your why. Okay, it's not exactly the same thing. If you think about your why, that's kind of like, why are you in this? It's similar because you still have to know where you're going to, but why is kind of a whole separate thing. Your destination needs to be your goals, but it also has got to be scary. If you don't pick a scary destination, then you don't have to have accountability. You can be wishy-washy. You can be, well, I'm going to try to go to, you know, get silver. And I'm going to try to get it by, I don't know, you know, and you can throw out something that's way in the distance. Okay, that's not very scary. That's kind of like, I'll eventually get around. What was that? I don't know. Anyway, sorry, I'm distracted. So if you choose something scary, like somebody did in this room, I might add, recently, you can reach that destination, and it can be a total miracle and blessing. I mean, how scary was it that we were going for emerald, you guys? I'm not going to talk about it, but I'm just like, seriously, we got 231 points in 2 days. We worked as a team. That is so scary. There are days that go by and you're like, well, my points jumped 15. To think Elizabeth had 211 points that she needed. And she was like, I'm going for it. That is scary. And I'm just so proud of you to cry. Okay, I got to get back. I'm sorry I'm taking so long, you guys. The A, okay, I'm going to get to it. The A stands for action. Action. What is action? It's not sitting around thinking of all the things that you can do in your business. I'm going to have, I could have this Zoom meeting. I could have this sip and see. I can do this. I can do that. That is not action. Thinking is not action, okay? It's not buying a planner and filling it in and putting the stickers and jazzing it up and making it look like you're real busy. No, not action. And this is a biggie because Lord knows I'm guilty of this one. It is not going to other Facebook pages, other group pages, others, other leaders' pages, and going, well, what are they doing? Well, let me see. What challenge are they running? Maybe I can do that, and thinking that the grass is greener. What you're going to get better is if you steal some of their ideas. That's not action either, okay? What is action? It's getting out and meeting people. And we've talked about networking. But you've got to meet people. You've got to make new contacts in person, on Facebook, everywhere you go. And you have to be bold, you guys. I mean, now some days you just don't feel like talking to people. Some days you're just like, in one of those moods, I got to go to Target, I got to get this stuff, and I got to get home and cook dinner. Okay, that's fine. But you need to be intentional a lot of times, because think about what we have to offer people. Everyone you walk by at Kroger or your grocery store could be your next rock star. You never know. You've got to by meeting people, you got to be friendly. If you're walking along with your head down, or you're looking at your phone, or you're preoccupied, that's not a take action. But getting out there and being friendly and following up and just continuing to meet people is taking action. Sharing your own success story and this is one thing that she talked about, getting yourself in alignment. Okay, when you get yourself in alignment, she's talking about not just, your head right with your business and your destination, but she's also talking about get a grip on your health. Get a grip on your exercise. When you're eating right, when you're exercising, when you're sleeping enough, and your whole body is in alignment, then you're going to go further, period. And then she said to take meaningful action, get your discipline right, personal and business, and do all of these things. And then once you have your destination, your narrative, and your action, then you model this for your leaders. And then also, and lastly, embrace it, because you don't want to be like all the other leaders. You want to be you. You want to be your own butterfly. You don't want to copy off of other leaders. Oh, well, she did that, so I'm going to do that real quick. Okay, it's different when you're making a post or something and you're just going to say, hey, this is from corporate, da-da-da-da-da. But just because one person does something doesn't mean you should do it. Think about what your team needs. Think about what you need and help your team to promote and do those things, and that will help you reach your destination. That's all I've got to say. Okay, I'm passing the torch.
Okay, I'm going to say something really quick before I pass it over to Elizabeth, our Emerald Queen. One thing that I forgot to say, and you probably already got an email, is the 90 or the planner, right? There's something about earning a planner. So you got an email that if in this month of November, if you earn 3 ambassadors with a welcome pack or 3 new customers with 50 PV, it doesn't matter if it's retail or preferred, you get this really cool Erin Condren planner. And I don't have an Erin Condren because I can't afford it. They're a lot of money.
I don't know if it is Erin Condren. I think it might be compared to hers.
Oh, okay. I thought it was Erin Condren. Sorry, my bad. Okay, but this planner has your 2017 goals. So you write them down, your dates, all your dates that are like Plexus Convention, the Maui trip, Leaders Retreat, everything, Super Saturday, everything is already on there for you. There's things about blessings and gratitude. So there'll be some quotes about that. There's a way that you can connect to your levels 1 through 3. So those are your runners on your team, or not necessarily your runners, but your people closest to you that you can connect with them and engage with them. You can put things on there that are on your bucket list. For example, reaching Emerald, reaching Senior Ruby, whatever your goals are, your bucket list, going to Maui, going to convention, earning Leaders Retreat. You can put on there, I want to add 50 new ambassadors this month. Whatever your goal is, that's on your bucket list. You put that on there. Oftentimes when we think our goals and we just have them in our head, they're just there and they're wandering around because they're in our mind and they may seem surreal. But until you actually write them down, another part of your brain is actually capturing on And it makes it much more reasonable to see it, when you're seeing it rather than thinking it, kind of like what we did in those Sunday night calls. But you can do quarterly goals, you can do monthly goals. Like we all know, there's many ways. You can't just focus for a big goal and get it, right? We have to get the smaller goals first to get to where we want to go. There's plan for success, so how to get your new ambassadors for silver. Think about, I just want to say something here. A year ago, you guys, okay, so the 90-day rule. So they shared this graphic, I'm jumping all over. And then this graphic gets said, in 90 days, you can change anything. So think about 90 days from now, okay? You guys, so November and December, this is when we are planting seeds. If you already have been, great. People know what you have. They're attracted to you. Maybe they haven't had the time just yet to connect with you, but keep doing what you're doing. Keep posting. Be consistent. Plant those seeds, because come January, they want what you have. And I just want you to encourage doing, even to like up your game, up whatever you're doing it, and just do it more heartedly. Do it with passion, because don't let these, like, oh, I'm going to take the holidays off. We have 8 more weeks. Don't take the holidays off and say, I want to start again in January, because it's already going to be too late. You're building right now between now and January. This wave, and I keep saying riding the wave because that's how it was told to me. They told me November, December, ride the wave. This wave can take you all the way to your wildest dreams, your wildest goals within Plexus. If it's Maui next year, if it's reaching Leaders Retreat, earning a free trip to convention. Remember, they give you they compensate you back so you can earn cash back where it's pretty much paid for. You can earn all of this right now, but it starts right now in what you do during the month of November. So the thing behind getting 3 new customers and 3 new ambassadors, that's building your team. If you get these people on their products, they're going to love it, especially if you help guide them through how to take it correctly. It's not a quick fix, but guiding them the way that you've been guided, show them that support. They might go silver next month. Think about the people that just joined your team right now, last month, yesterday. What if they fall in love with it the way that you did? What if they go silver this month? I personally want them to reach silver this month. And then what if they go gold? What if they just become your next rock star? And, the things are amazing. The possibilities are amazing. Last year, and I don't want to toot my own horn or anything, but last year, a year ago, I was a silver ambassador. I just want to tell you, I was a silver ambassador. Jen was senior gold a year ago. Elizabeth, Ruby. This wave right now is the big wave. It's like the big kahuna, like the big, 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 big wave. And you're just barely going on that board, and you kind of, how the wave kind of comes over and you're just riding it. That's what I'm talking about right now. This wave can take you to 5 levels up, 6 levels up. You just don't know where it's going to take you. But I'm just telling you, don't fall off that board. Don't fall off. But if you do, get yourself back up, okay? Focus and share, because we truly have what people need. People don't want to gain weight this holiday season. People don't want to be miserable. People don't want to be depressed. People need money. Think about finances. There's people, I was just talking to Jen a little bit ago. I just got a friend who said she's going to sign up. She posted about how she needed another part-time job to help with finances, but then it was going to take her away from her family. I messaged her right away and I said, hey, I want you to join my team right now. And I just said something like, the people that joined my team last month, for $35, some of them earned up to $500 in just 1 month, just as a side gig, just for sharing. That's it. And then she messaged me back and said, I want to join. So we have what people need, health and finances. And just feel the vibe, we have crazy momentum right now. And it all started because of you right here, being on these calls, spending time, going out and pouring into your team, sharing with your friends, sharing with your coworkers, sharing with everybody that comes to you. That started with you. And this is why we got to where we are today. And just think about what you can accomplish in November. Think about, again, just close your eyes for a second and just think about how you want to end November. How many people do you want to add to your team? What PV do you want to finish with personally? 500 PV? Perfect. Think about all those end of the month, that has been showing up right now on our newsfeed. Just think about that for a second, because right now is where it starts, November 1st. So I think that's all I have to say. I'm going to pass it on to Elizabeth.
Hey guys.
Elizabeth,
Oh my goodness.
All hail the queen.
Oh, quit. Guys, do not do that.
Queen of Emerald City.
Stop. No, I'm kind of brain dead right now because we have been literally on the go, packing, moving.
Your hair looks good.
Oh, thank you. It kind of really looks like a rat's nest in real life, but thank you. No, I guess I'll kind of share with you kind of how this all came about. Am I echoing to you guys?
No.
In my house, I'm in an empty room still in my bedroom, and it's just so loud. Okay, at the beginning of the month, let me finish. Okay, first let me talk about September. In September, my points were the lowest they have been since February. Just through the summer and everything, slowly they were going down. I ended September at 1,147 points. I wasn't really upset about it. It's just kind of how it is during the summer. But I never in a million years thought, you know what, I'm going to shoot for Emerald this month. I think it's going to happen. Didn't even think about that. Wasn't even thinking it would happen probably this year. But earlier in the month, we did that training. And then, was it October 3rd, they came out with Rank Up and Score. And for some reason, about that time, some of my people who haven't ordered in a while decided to jump back in because it's October, because people are starting to want to get healthy. It's that time of year where people are in routine thinking, okay, I'm ready to get back on the Plexus wagon. I love the products. I'm mad at myself for quitting. And people started kind of, getting their products again. And I started thinking, wow. At first I was thinking, I'm going to help my team get silver. And then I started thinking, my points are going up earlier in the month than normal. Maybe I should go for it. But I didn't really want to say anything because kind of, again, when you say it out loud and you tell people, it holds you accountable. So I was just kind of thinking it for a while. And then a few more people came along. And then I just started thinking, what if? What if we went for this? Why not? And I really thought back in May I was going to hit Emerald in May or June. And then I thought it would be July. That wasn't my time. That wasn't the time God had for me. So when this Rank Up and Score came out and I started getting people kind of coming back on board and there was excitement in the team and, I had all of these people written in my book saying, I want to promote. I thought, oh my goodness, this could be the time that God had for our team to go Emerald. Well, we were trucking along. We were doing really good. And then right before Leaders Retreat, I've been going through a lot this month, moving, football, house building issues, school, I don't know, just tons of things going on. And I was letting myself get run down. By the time I went to Leaders Retreat, I was sick. On the way down there, I almost told Jason, I think we need to go back home. But I kept thinking, I can't do that. I can't miss Leaders Retreat. I want to see my team. They're counting on me. I need to be there. I want to hear the training. So I just said, no, I'm going to go. But I was so stressed by Friday night, I thought, I'm probably going to have to go to minor emergency in the morning. And I was kind of thinking, Emerald's not going to happen. I'm not close enough. And that night, I couldn't sleep. And at 4:00 in the morning, an idea popped in my head. And I promise you, I truly believe it was God. I didn't think about it at the time. I just thought, insomnia, crazy. I got out my iPad and I started making a list. I went through, because I'm not sleeping, I don't feel good. I went through the entire downline and I started plugging in people that are close to getting their PV, that are new, that, that we want to bring back. I just made a list of all of these people. And that morning I messaged some of my leaders and I said, we're going for this. We're going for this. I said, no matter what, I feel like we need to go for this. And I'm in my mind thinking, this is nuts. I could get to 1,400 and incentivize all of this and not get there. But I'm telling you guys, when you team up with people that are your power partners, I can't tell you what Jen and Maria have done for me and my belief this month. We've kind of been riding this wave of should we not, should we not. I tell you, I was riding that wave. I'll tell you, Jen and Maria were like, do it. Go for it. You know, we've been covering this in prayer. God's got this. He wouldn't put this in your heart if he didn't have a way for it to happen. And I'll tell you, a lot of times I was believing, but they'll tell you sometimes I was messaging them with doubt. But that night when I woke up at 4 o'clock in the morning and made that list, all doubt was removed. And I don't even remember at that point how many points we needed. I don't remember. I don't know. I've lost track, but it was quite a bit. But I said, guys, we're pulling out all the stops. We're making this happen no matter what. And the next day, so I went back to sleep, and the next day I woke up and I felt 100% better. So I really feel like I was being distracted from what God wanted for me and all of us. And the devil was trying to distract me. He was making me not feel good. He was putting lots of stress in different areas of my life. He was making me have lots of doubt. But because of my power partners and everyone's prayers, I truly believe like God that night used me not being able to sleep to tell me, Elizabeth, you need to go for this. You need to push through. And it's kind of weird because like all my doubt went away. And then 2 days ago, I thought, how many points do we need left? And when I saw 215, I wasn't discouraged. I wasn't discouraged. Guys, I've been closer to Emerald than that in other months and thought, no way, ain't going to happen. 215 points is what we needed in 2 days, and I was not discouraged. The reason I wasn't discouraged is because I have the best team in the world, the best team that is full of faith, who prays, who I can't tell you what I've seen this month, and I think a lot of you know what I'm talking about. That team page, I have other leaders from other teams messaging me going, what is going on with your team? The momentum, the camaraderie, the support. I've never seen anything like that on any other team. And I said, I haven't either. I'm in total awe. That 2 days, it was just, I just felt like something was different. And I know what it was. It was you guys. It was totally you all. And this morning I was sharing with another leader on a different team. She was congratulating me. And I said, I honestly owe it all to God and my team. I said, and I explained how we've all rallied together, how this was a team on a mission. And that people from different parts of the team were supporting each other and helping each other and tagging each other in contests. Guys, that's what it's all about. That's the beauty of having a team. It's the beauty of working together. And when I described that to her, she said, let me tell you a different story. She said, I have a couple on my team. The husband was 350 points away. No.
He was
150.
He was close.
150 points from
He
Emerald.
and his wife are both senior Ruby.
Yes, 150 points away from Emerald. He didn't make it. His team, they rallied for a little bit, and then they kind of just quit. And he didn't get there. Guys, we have something special. I can't even really describe what it is. I don't know if anybody else can describe what it is, but I'm telling you, people want this, what we have. And the only reason that I am Emerald, that we are an Emerald team, is because of all of you. I'm still in awe every time I think about just the whole month as a whole, and the camaraderie, the support, the care, I don't really know. I don't know. I can't even put it into the right words because it was just so amazing.
It's our hearts.
It is.
We've got
I think it's
a team of hearts.
I think we just have a group of very, very special people that all are on a mission for the right reasons. And we want everybody to succeed. It doesn't matter if it's your sideline, if you're not going to benefit. Every single person wants everybody to succeed. And guys, this other girl I'm talking about said, that's what my team is missing. She's like, I wish that was the heart of my team. And she's like, I love my team. But she goes, you have something truly special. And I said, believe me, I know. So somebody that was much closer to reaching their goal didn't make it because they didn't have a team like ours. And I'll tell you what, if you'd have told me in September that we would be an Emerald team by the October 31st, I would have laughed. Not because I didn't think you guys were capable of it, but I didn't have the belief in myself. I didn't have the belief that I needed to push through to make that list, to pinpoint what we needed to do and where we needed to do it, and then to say, I trust every single one of you. Here's what we need. And I'm kind of a control freak in some things. I couldn't be in control. I had to release it. I had to just know that God had this all worked out, and I needed to let it go. My job was to come up with what we needed. And he sent me every single one of you for us all to do this together. And there's no way any of us could have put that together on our own. I'm still floored that this happened. And guys, the momentum this is what's even better about going Emerald. The momentum we created from us all coming together is not going to disappear. It's just going to keep going and going and going for all of you, for all of us. We work together on something that's just gotten us just started. Let's keep it going. Michelle Owens, is she on here? I don't think so. She sent me a text today. She said, this is from the person who just signed up on her team the last few days. She said, oh my goodness, I am loving what I'm seeing on that team page. I am so excited to be a part of this. I want to be all in. This is a girl who hadn't even gotten her welcome pack yet, messaging her saying, I can't believe what I'm already a part of. And then she goes, I want all in.
Awesome.
It's something you really just have to be a part of. You can't really describe, but you know God's hand is all over it. And it's just like I'm watching a miracle unfold right in front of all of our eyes. It wasn't one person. It wasn't two people. It was hundreds. I mean, at least 100 people working together. And I'll tell you what, we're going to keep that going till every single one of you has reached your goal. If your goal is, gold, if your goal is, jewel, if your goal is diamond, whatever your goal is, I promise you stick around with this group, you're going to get there. I promise. We are not going anywhere but up. So I just want to say again how much I appreciate each and every one of you, how thankful I am for you, and to know that we are going nowhere you stick with us, you're going to reach your goals. We won't let you not. So love you guys.
And we love you. Thank you, because I think, I didn't know Elizabeth prior to joining Plexus. And she has been such a great friend. She pours into anyone, even if you haven't met her. And I think some of you can vouch for that. I think the Plexus brings you God brings you to this for a variety of reasons. If it's health, if it's friendships, if it's connecting. We've had people on our team that just joined in October and they didn't know Elizabeth and they're pushing for her. They're making it work because they see that on the team page. We have people on our teams who have never had this kind of support before anywhere, with friends, with family. And it's the support that we've all created here, that we all lock arms. We don't see each other as it's a whole team. I've never been part of something this big before. And I go to bed thinking about Plexus. I wake up in the morning and think about who else am I going to help. My list is I always have a notepad and I have list after list, but I'm always thinking about who to reach out next, because who wouldn't want to be a part of this amazing team?
Yeah. I think if all of our friends could experience what we are really doing. I mean, they think we're out. I don't know what they think we're doing, but if they could see what it is, oh my gosh, they would be so all over this. I mean, you guys are my best friends. I mean, I have other best friends, but you guys, I mean, I think about you guys all the time. I'm excited to tell you guys things. I'm excited to share things with you all. And I don't know. I just think I started for weight loss. And now I'm like, I don't even remember why I really started. There's so much more out there, so much more that I love about this than losing some pounds. And you guys this is the number one reason right here. I don't have anything else to say.
Okay.
My throat is a little scratchy because I think I'm breathing in dust all day.
Okay, I just unmuted everyone, so if you want to talk or say anything, you have a voice, and I'm going to stop the recording.